Hello there, my name's Scott. Today I'm going to be doing a review on the triple coil XL 510 Cartomisers, which I received from www.ivapor-elixir.co.uk. Before I start though, I must point out I did receive them free of charge for the purpose of conducting a review, but my opinion of the product remains true, honest and accurate as always. Okay, so I'm not going to go sort of too crazy with the close-up shots because it's just a cartomiser, but I have had a few people ask me what the size difference is between the standard cartomisers, the dual coil and the triple coils, so we'll just give you a very quick shot of that. Okay, just a very quick size comparison for you, just because I have had a few people asking me about, you know, are they any bigger than the actual sort of the dual coils or just like the single coil. So from well, it's left to right from the way I'm looking at it. It might be different for you, but here we have just like the standard sort of bow cartomiser. In the middle is a dual coil cartomiser, and on the end here is the triple coil cartomiser. So no difference whatsoever between the triple coil and the dual coil, but obviously both are considerably longer than the actual standard sort of bow cartomiser. Okay, so let's go and show you it in action. Okay, so no actual size difference between the dual coils and the triple coils, but obviously even though both are sort of fairly, well, considerably larger than the actual sort of standard sort of size cartomisers. Okay, so obviously we're going to sort of show you how it vapes as such. Now they sell them in sort of blank ones, so obviously you can just sort of fill them up with your own e-liquid, or they do actually sell ones that are already pre-filled, and they sell the RY4 flavour or the flue cured flavour. Now they sent me out the flue cured, one of the RY4 and a blank one, and I'm going to be using the RY4 one here. I've already used the flue cured one, I can't say that word, and obviously I've been using the blank one as well, so I'll save the RY4 one for the review. So that's what I'm vaping on here. Now when I first heard about the triple coils, I was getting lots of sort of, or reading sort of lots of information about people saying that they can only be used at certain voltages, including some sort of random letter from an actual manufacturer which was also saying, you know, these are meant to be used between 5 and 7 volts, which, you know, at the time I thought, well, that's going to alienate quite a lot of customers, because obviously, you know, there's a lot of people out there, you know, just going to be using like their Revas or their Tornadoes, etc., which obviously like going to be around sort of like the 3.7 volt mark. But they seem to be working perfectly fine for me at the lower voltages, so not too sure why they're saying. I will demonstrate that. I'm going to start off then with on my Pro Vari. I'm just going to start off at 4 volts. I know some people are also going to be asking about, you know, what sort of voltage can you take it up to on the Pro Vari before you start getting error messages. So hopefully this will answer that question as well. So this is just at like a 4 volts. As you see, it produces plenty of vapour there. Now you're getting tons of flavour out the dual coils and the triple coils, but to be quite honest, you know, I'm getting just as much probably vapour and flavour out just like the standard bow. So I think it is going to come down to sort of personal preference really, but nevertheless, you know, you're still getting a really nice amount of vapour there. And you know, for people who like RY4, then I'm sure you're going to love it. It's that sort of quite a strong sort of tobacco mixed with like a sweet sort of caramel flavour. I'm not a massive lover of RY4, I can have it every now and again, but like I said, I'd imagine the vast majority of people are just going to buy the blank ones anyway, and obviously fill them up with their own e-liquid. And you know, throughout here, now these are 18mg strength cartomisers, I think, that they sent out. And regardless of, you know, sort of what e-liquid I've been using, obviously I've got the blank one, so I've been using my own e-liquid in that. And you know, you are getting a really nice strong throw here, and you do get plenty of flavour out of these. I'm just going to bump this up to what I personally have found is the maximum on the Pro Vari, which is 4.5 volts, and anything after that it will let me take one drag, but then I get a bit of an error message. But that's all you need on this. Is I don't think, well, let me just take a quick break, then I'll waffle on a bit. So, you know, again, like, you know, plenty of vapor, flavour, blah, blah, blah. But I will say though, like, if they're saying they're designed for 5 to 7 volts, I mean, you're going to need an asbestos mouth, because even at the 4.5 volts there, the amount of heat that is coming out of it, for me, it's just too much. I can actually almost feel it sort of, you know, burning my mouth, and the metal of the cartomizer gets, you know, you could sort of like fry an egg on it basically, and that's at 4.5 volts. So if you're going to be using it on a device that's like, you know, got like, you know, like you've got a 6 volt setup in it, you know, I just can't see how you could actually vape it and have an enjoyable vaping experience without sort of like, you know, burning the roof of your mouth off. But that's just giving me an error message here. I need to, let's drop that down one more then. That's the first time it's happened at 4.5 volts. I'll drop it down at 4.4. So I don't know why it's decided to suddenly do that now. But in all honesty though, I've only had probably about 5 or 6 drags at 4.5 volts anyway, so I'm not really properly tested out. And the only reason being because for me personally, I just find it's just way too hot. You're not getting any burnt taste or anything like that at all. You're still getting all the flavour, vapour, throat hit, but the actual the amount of heat that is coming out of it is a little bit crazy. Obviously, if you're going to be vaping at 6 volts, you know, I can't see you're going to be able to do that without getting burnt, to be quite honest. But nevertheless, you know, they are very good for the amount of vaping that you're getting. If you like to sort of increase your voltage a little bit, you can do. No problems there. Now I'm going to just stick it. I've not got a Viva battery close to hand now, but I have got an old 510 battery. And it's just to sort of show you that they do work even at the lower voltages. Obviously, like, you can see that there's a difference in vapour production there from just whatever, there's probably hardly any battery life left in this as well, to be quite honest, but compared to what I had it set on the Pro Vari. But nevertheless, you know, they do work perfectly fine on the, just like your standard sort of batteries, and you're not getting like bellows of vapour coming out, but it's still very much comparable to any other sort of like, you know, standard voltage battery with a 510 atomizer really, you know, so work perfectly fine as far as I'm concerned. I'm just going to knock that down a bit now, because this, like I said, I like a little bit of heat, but you know, I don't want to burn myself basically. And it's probably, I've got a dual coil here, so I think it's probably a good idea to do a little bit of a comparison. So I'll just give you one more blast. I won't change the voltage, I'll keep them both set at 4 volts. First off is the triple coil. I'll blow it out slowly just to try and heighten the vapour. And then I'll whack on the, this is a dual coil now, at the same voltage. And you know, the difference is very minimal really. You know, you're still getting plenty of vapour, plenty of flavour, plenty of throat hit. I can't really sort of tell any sort of difference at all, apart from the dual coils. It seems to be a little bit nicer when you up the voltage. They don't get quite as hot. You know, so I think there's quite a bit of a sort of a price difference between the dual coils and the triple coils. Is it really worth it? Well, I can't really tell any difference. I suppose the answer would probably be no, but nevertheless, though, if I'm just judging it on the triple coils, you're getting plenty of vapour, you're getting plenty of throat hit, you're getting plenty of flavour. And like I said, even though it does get very hot if you increase the voltage, I'm not getting any burnt taste whatsoever out of it. So no, they are a very nice Cartomiser. Now, there's not a great deal else I can really tell you about it, really. You know, if you fancy trying them out for yourself. Excuse me, that last couple of drags really has done me chest in for some reason. If you fancy trying them out for yourself, go along to www.ivapor-elixir.co.uk. Thank you very much for watching, and also come along and visit my website at www.e-cig-reviews.com. That's e-cig-reviews.com. Cheers guys, happy vaping, see you later.